hold it in my fangs on my way down, but that works.
Yeah, this room has an orangish glow.
Cyril will be still flying.
The cavern's 30 feet, but this cave goes down to about... The cave has about a 15-foot high entrance. And you can see inside, is what you can see. Basically, you know, a lot of the mist is rolling into this cave as well. And you can see several fire beetles moving around where their, you know, the glands in their carapace are giving off this very soft, warmish, orangish glow that's emitting the light in this cavern. Then there's all kinds of vegetation, mosses, molds, mushrooms. There's, you know, you can see water condensating, you know, from the ceiling that's dripping down. The walls are covered with all of this mold and mushrooms, and the beetles are, looks like they're feeding on some of the fungus in the cavern. And it looks like there's about 7 or so of these beetles. And it looks like over towards where you're at, Lynn, you can actually see that there is what appears to be the corpse of some type of calcified humanoid. Very small, probably something of maybe a halfling or a gnome or a dwarf. But it isn't elf, half-orc, tiefling, or humanoid, or human humanoid size. But okay, it's a calcified corpse. Sure, you can get in there.
Just don't touch it.
The corpse is going to be about right here in the very corner. Just don't touch it. I love it.
Okay, I won't touch it.
Okay. So as you get into the room, I hate to do this to you, but all of a sudden the fire beetles, they basically attack you. And there's 7 of them in the room. Go ahead and roll initiative, everyone, and we'll get this fight started. Hey, it's more XP, isn't it? Even though the fire beetles aren't really worth that much. And even a couple of fire beetles kind of pop up around the calcified. What now, since you're right there, Lynn, you can actually tell that it is a calcified corpse of a dwarf. Okay, so initiative has been done.
Getting slaughtered all over this place.
Thank you, Dave. I LMAO'd during yesterday's game.
I think we all did. I think we all LMAO'd. Thank you so much. I totally appreciate that. Durable, thank you, man. That was so nice. All right. So it's time to rock and roll. It looks like a couple of these giant fire beetles, they actually had the initiative on you. So a couple of these are going to zing right out and head towards all of you out there. So, Rain, you are going to get attacked first. And you are missed with a 14. The second fire beetle streaks right out, avoiding the attack of opportunity, and attacks Breeze. Breeze, you dodge out. Ooh, no, actually, Breeze, you get hit. The bite from the beetle does a total of 3 damage to you. The next beetle, which is right to the right of you, Lynn, it tries to bite over your shield. Wow, I thought that was going to be a 20, but that's a 15. That's a miss. Lynn, you're up now. Thanks so much, Gerbil. I appreciate it, man.
I'll attack this one. Number 5 right there.
Nice hit. That's a 20.
And I'll do Divine Smite.
If you guys haven't followed the channel, what are you waiting for? Ooh, Divine Smite, I like that. Yeah, this fire beetle just explodes into 1,000 pieces as your righteous divine damage slams down from the heavens and makes this thing just explode all over the place.
I yell, I hate bugs.
All right, the next fire giant beetle is going to move over and attack you. That's Lynn, by the way. It misses horribly. Breeze, you're up now.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and swing out with my rapier at the fire beetle in front of me.
Okay. That's a hit with a 14 on AC. Thanks for watching tonight, guys. I totally appreciate it. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Yeah, that fire beetle is incapacitated as well. Number 6 is dead. Breeze, you can take any movement you want, and we're going to go to the other fire beetles.
I'm going to go ahead and use a bonus action to give Rain advantage on her, giving her the help action.
Okay. Why don't we give Seer the same initiative as you as well? I think that's what we're going to do, right? So
yeah, I think so.
Yeah, we'll give Seer the same. All right. So you're doing that. Fire Beetle moving up. Seer's moving. I'll go ahead and attack with that. No, you go ahead and I'll wait for you to attack because you may be attacking with... You may be attacking Fire Beetle number 4. I'm not too sure, so I'll just wait.
It's going to go after Fire Beetle 2, seeing how that would technically be there first.
Okay. Well, I will go ahead and reciprocate that on you with number 4. That was a horrible miss. Boy, I'm rolling a lot of critical fumbles tonight and some crits. A little bit of both tonight. All right, so that's a hit with a 16. All right. Number 2 is dead. Seer's gone. Giant fire beetle number 4 is gone. Rain, you're up now.
All right. You said I had advantage?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Squish the bug.
Do it to me one more time. That's a nice hit, 22. It goes down. That's beetle number 7. You could take any movement that you'd like, Rain. And then we'll go to beetle number 1.
I do get my offhand, don't I?
Oh, yeah, you can, too. So go ahead and do that really quick.
Is your fire beetle 4 is still alive? Okay.
Yep, it is. Nice hit with your offhand. Wow, nice. You're a killing machine. Beetle number 4 is incapacitated. All right, beetle number 1 moves up and attacks Seer. What a mistake. It misses. Ander, you're up now. Do it to me one
All right.
more time.
I'm going to move up a little bit.
You guys got to do it to me one more time also. This is going to allow any player in the game to reroll attack. So the first person that moves, that misses, you can use that. And that was purchased by Psyblade. Gerbil Slayer bought a critical fumble roll also. Don't forget, 2 of you have auto crits.
Points. I like it.
Yeah. Yeah, they're helping you out big time.
All right, I'm going to take a -2 and shoot at the giant fire beetle 1.
If you want to, you can move up if you want, Ander. You can move through your companions, or if you want to stay there, you can. But yeah, take that shot at -2. Yeah. -2 is still going to be a devastating hit to that thing. Yeah, it's heavily wounded. Oh, Heavily wounded with a 3. Do you have any dex bonus modifier on there, or no?
No.
Okay. Yep. Beetle moves up, attacks Rain. You're right there in reach. It misses with a 12. Meechin is going to stand fast. Meechin's just going to kind of move here. 0, same thing. You guys got it under control. Len, you're up. Round number 2. Thanks for all the perks tonight, guys. Nice hit with a 17. Yeah.
Take him out.
It's yeah, it's out. It's down and out.
All right, and I'm gonna just go ahead and forego my turn to let it go to Seer.
Okay. Dragon Breath still not recharged, but it's a hit with a 14 with his bite. So Seer's going to do some pretty massive bite damage, killing the last beetle.
And Seer's gonna actually mow down that one.
Okay, he just tears it up. Give you guys a little bit of experience. It's not much, but you guys will get a little bit. Every little bit counts. Every little bit counts. All right.
That was a lot.
So there's this. Yeah, you can tell that this is a dwarf by its hair, and then it has some beads and whatnot, sort of in its long reddish beard. Windsor, thanks, man. Thanks for the bits, man. I totally appreciate it.
Reddish.
It's got to be reddish. It's like a reddish and white.
Any kind of identifying symbols or anything on them that I can tell?
Why don't you give me a perception check?
The little folk don't do good in here.
Well, as you're giving the body a once-over, you notice that this dwarf, he was kind of on its side, and you roll him over, and the dwarf skeleton is missing his left arm. But his right hand is clenched shut, clenched tight, and it's sort of like, because he was kind of lying on his side there, and it's his clenched fist is up against his chest.
Pry it open.
All right, takes you a little bit, but you use a dagger or crowbar, whatever you got, and when you break the calcified fist open, an iron coin tumbles out and falls onto the floor. And this coin, it has the symbol, and the symbol is of an orc skull that's split in two. And then it also has a letter stamped, and this is what it looks like. That's exactly.
Well, it must have had some meaning to Mr. Door.
Yeah, so I'll bring it out and show everybody, see if anybody else recognizes this.
That's basically what it means in Dwarvish, as you guys are all looking at it. Whoever can understand Dwarvish can see that. But it's, like I said, on one side has the symbol of an orc skull, kind of just like split in half. And then on the other side, it has that Dwarvish symbol stamped. And then that's what it looks like.
the only one that can read Dwarvish.
There's one other person, too.
Yeah, Priest will let everybody know what it means, what the letter is.
Okay.
Is that an L or an I?
It's an I. So why don't you give me a history check too, and yeah, let's go with that. I'm going to give one with 0 also. All right, so 0 recalls some lore about this, you just kind of scratch your head, Breeze. But Zero's he's well versed in dwarven history, and he knows that this symbol is a cloven orc skull, and basically what the eye means on the other side, that means that this coin belonged to the Iron Axe clan. The Iron Axe clan. And this Iron Axe clan of dwarves, they used to reside many, many, many generations and centuries ago under Mount Illitharn, which is north of Daggerford. You guys have heard this a few times now, Mount Illitharn. Now, Zero also goes on to tell you about the Iron Axe clan, that these dwarves abandon their hall that they had in Mount Illitharn more than 2 centuries ago. But later, a new king arose named Corrin Ironaxe, and he tried to build up his clan again, and he tried to reoccupy the old dwarf home inside of Mount Illitharn. And since the dwarves moved out, now Mount Illitharn was infested with this orc tribe. And it's the Clot Skull orcs that I have just mentioned, the Cloven orcs. And also, the Iron Axe clan did succeed in driving out the orcs, and it took many years to do that, and they reclaimed the old Iron Axe halls under Illitharn. But nobody ever knows, everybody has no clue what happened to Corrin Ironaxe and the rest of his dwarves, because it's just like after they kicked the orcs out, the Cloven orcs out, they just kind of fell off of the face of the map once they reasserted themselves into Mount Illitharn. You know, their clan basically lived in seclusion, and nobody knows. But Zero does say that most people think, and they assume, that maybe the Iron Axes died out or something like that. But the coin itself, seeing that it was minted centuries ago, it really has no monetary value. But you never know what it could, yield later on. So, but Zero, he's very well versed in the history of dwarves. He had a great role.
I think we need to hold on to it, take it back to Crumb's hold. It might be a clue.
Yeah. So whoever has the coin, go ahead and right-click on your inventory and just put Iron Axe Dwarf Coin. But it doesn't look like it has any type of monetary value or anything like that.
Breeze, are you going to hang on to it, or you want me to?
You can go ahead and hold on to it.
Okay.
Thanks again, Windsor. I appreciate it, man. All right, adventurers. Another chamber down. What say you? As I
Andrew's
unlock
going to
your
make his
tokens.
way back across the pool here.
Okay. Yeah, there's a tunnel that's going to the southwest. I'll open up some of it as you guys are traveling past.
So I do want to, Lynn wants to ask how everybody's feeling, because we've had several fights, and was wondering if everybody's still up for continuing, or if we need to go back and take a rest, like a long one.
I'm still up for continuing. I don't really feel that bad.
I mean, I'm always up for a nap, but I'm okay.
I could use some time for prayer.
Well, we can go ahead and go back, and then if you need a prayer, so we can go back, and while we're heading back, we can check out me and I think it was Ander, that was with me when we were checking out
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
The tombs.
Yeah, but if I want to do my prayers, you take Rain. And maybe a 0 if he doesn't need rest.
It seems like you guys are going back up then?
Yeah, I think we're heading back up to the, was the room with the fountain in it?
Sure. Put you guys up there really quick. I could do this an easier way, but I don't feel like doing it. Alright, so if you guys want to head back up to the fountain room, take an 8-hour rest, you guys can go ahead and give me a random encounter roll. Let's see if anything happens.
Just make sure we lock this door.
Most definitely.
Yeah, I can do that. I'll go ahead and use my thieves' tools to try to reverse and lock the door.
Sure. If you got like a python or a spike or something, you can actually jam it into the door seal, and it'll actually fortify it for you.
Yeah, I've got one of those.
Okay. Go ahead and drop a 20 in the dice tower. So I'm only going to do it if it's like I'll do an encounter if there's like a 12 or something. A 20. Not a 12, but a 20. All right, you're good to go. 8 hours have gone past. I'll tell the tracker that you've had a long rest. It is a new day. It is a new day, adventurers. This is what, your third day inside of this place?
Well, we're probably underground. We don't know what day it is.
You can still keep track of it, but I'll move you guys. You guys want to go back down into the cavern, or?
Yeah. Yeah, let's move back.
Yep.
Let's move you guys down. All right, so you guys know that there's a chamber to the west that's inside of the secret room from Vethka. You know that, and you see that there is this cavernous passage with the stream. It is also going to the west. So what do you think? What do you think, adventurers? Ooh.
I'm up.
Let's say we check out the secret passage.
Yeah, I'm up for that too. I don't really think we need to worry about the water portion of it anyways for right now.
I'm tired of being wet.
Okay. So as you guys start to move into this place, and, you know, who's taking point going down? Because as you're taking point, you can actually see
I turned
that
to breathe.
there are some stairs that are descending down about 15 foot. And you can also... Go ahead.
You want me to look for traps on the way through? Is that why you want me to take point?
I would like for you to, yes.
Do we need some light in here?
It is complete black. It is. The glands that were in here have died out since the last time you've been in here, so. It is complete black.
But I'm going to go first if you would rather.
Well, I can go first, but I'll need somebody to shine the light for me ahead so I can keep an eye out.
You want me to cast light on your dagger?
Yeah, that'll be fine.
All right.
Sometimes
Breeze,
it's nice to be able to
you're
see in the
taking
dark.
point? Who's after
Yep.
Breeze? How far are you ahead, Breeze, also?
I'll stay 10 feet ahead of the group.
Yeah. Who's after... Because you can see these stairs going down. Who's after Lynn?
I'll be after Lynn, Andrew.
Okay. Ander, just as you start to step into this this chamber, all of a sudden, the mace head of Dragon Thumper starts to dimly glow.
Whoa!
It starts to glow. It does.
When it was around Seer?
Yeah. And just as you go, whoa, holy crap, what the hell? All of a sudden you hear this. You hear a dragon roar.
Whoa.
And it just reverberates everywhere in the chamber. And when that happens, Seer, his tail just points straight up. And Seer bursts through everyone and starts running down the corridor and almost catches up to Breeze. And this thing roars one more time, and each time it seems like it gets a little bit louder. Whoa.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to comfort Seer. I don't know if he or she is looking excited or scared. So
Definitely excited, definitely not scared, because it looks like Seer is going to try to go past you also.
I'm scared.
So yeah, I'm gonna try to calm Seer down a little bit if I can.
Let's do a persuasion check. There's no way. I just rolled a 20. Yeah. Seer's not having any part of it. In fact, he breaks away from you, and now he's in front of you.
Oh.
Yeah, and Seer, he starts to, once he gets past you, as he gets to the top of these stairs, and like I said, this is a very narrow 5 foot wide corridor, and the roof is only at about 8 foot, and he's trying to take flight, but it's so crammed tight in here, he's just kind of fluttering down the stairs. And you can see Breeze, with your torch blaring, opens up into a very wide and tall cavern, and this thing opens up, I mean, a lot. The ceiling looks like it's going to be a lot higher than what was Vethka's prayer chamber. And you can also see that there's a huge pool of water in front of you. And this pool of water, there's a lot of mist that's coming up from the water as well. And you can actually see that there was a huge splash just as your eyes are starting to focus from the torchlight and stuff. So you don't see any dragon, but you see something large splashed in the water.
We might have some issues up ahead.
You might want to put away the weapon with the dragon head on it.
Yeah, we heard. Let's get to it, shall we?
I goofed that up.
I don't know about this.
Y'all want to return it to my parents?
Lynn, you want to take the lead now?
Yeah, I'll pass you up.
It's like,
run the other way.
yeah, so you can now start to see also, Lynn, that a massive cavern opens up.
I did want to ask too. Was I able to get the ring of the acid resistance from whoever had it, or were they taking it?
Yeah, I think it was still in. I don't think that was discussed during the long break. Yeah, you guys just let me know what to do with it.
Yeah, Breeze can have it.
Okay. It's on your sheet. Okay, so what say you adventurers as you hear this dragon roar about 3 or 4 different times?
Brain's kind of excited.
I'm gonna unlock your tokens. Because you can both see, as you guys are moving ahead, Breeze and Lynn and Ander, you can see that there is a sandy beach in front of you. And then, like I said, mist is rolling onto the shore. And you can see that as you enter the chamber, the ceiling ascends up to about 50 to 60 feet. And the ceiling is covered with dripping stalactites. And you can see that the stream, as you guys are starting to enter the room, is coming from the northeast. And it's coming through a tunnel. And of course, there is a fog that is shrouding the very large pool of water. Now, to the north, there's a beach. To the south, there is a very large alcove with a massive amount of treasure that's situated in the middle of it. And there's so much treasure. I mean, you are fixated on it. This is the most treasure you've ever seen in your life.
So I'll whisper to Breeze as we exchange places and say, "What's the plan?"
Do I need to take over? Why aren't we moving?
Move.
Want to see?
I think the adventurers, I think you're shitting your pants. You're scared from the dragon.
Right now, Bree's excited.
Breeze, didn't you want to talk with this dragon about something?
No, not really.
Do I need to hurry up?
So down here, this is where all the treasure is. And like I said, there are tens of thousands of coins. There is also a beautiful, exquisite, glowing, green-tinted suit of what appears to be scale mail. And then there's all kinds of other weapons and trinkets and jewels and gems and stuff mixed in also. And to the north, that's up here, this is the sandy beach. And it's pretty much nothing but sand. But there's like what appears to be mounds of dirt piled up all over the place also. And like I said, the cavern ascends up to about the 50 to 60 foot mark. And there are a massive amount of dripping stalactites down, and water's dripping into the area also.
So is Seer still right there with us, or did he fly on in?
Seer? Yeah, Seer flies over here on the beach. And as Seer... As Seer lands, all of a sudden, the water explodes. And you see a huge dragon now flapping its wings, dousing all of you with water. It looks like a helicopter hovering above like a lake or something, where water's just flinging everywhere. And this black dragon looks towards the dragon, looks towards you, looks back at the dragon, and then in a very deep bellowing voice, he says, "Why do you disturb me in my lair?" And Seer, he takes flight and flies. And as he starts to take flight, Thos, he introduces himself as Thos, and you're in Thos's lair. He flies over and lands. And then Seer lands beside him and starts cuddling up. And he recognizes immediately that, hey, I think this is my old man here. Sort of, and he's young. And then he looks at you. He looks at all of you and he says, "So you have come to my lair to bring me back the stolen egg that was taken from me?"
Yes, Mr. Dragon.
I think you might have something we want. We're looking for an altar. That
You must
sold
be from...
console.
Are you calling me a thief? As he starts to kind of breathe a little bit heavier. You're calling me a thief?
No,
It's okay to steal my egg?
Hey,
Well,
we
see,
didn't-
what? No, you want me to go?
So first you steal my egg? And
No,
now...
no,
Stealing.
no. See, what had happened was we were told to come and find out what was going on with all of this stuff in the Wizards of Night. And then while we were out, we found these orcs, or dwarven orcs. And they had stolen it to give to a red wizard. And we couldn't have that. So
The orcs had my egg?
Yeah, but we killed them and got rid of them. And we brought you your baby.
Breeze speaks in Draconic. We have protected your young to bring it to you after we have found it with some half-orc dwarves. And it basically kind of shuddering with her words, though.
So he lands on the beach, and the mist kind of just like aerodynamically swirls around his wings and stuff, you know, like a plane. And as he lands, he says, "So you are willing to help me? You brought me back my young, I can see."
A young should be with its parents.
What do you ask of me? I will grant you a reward for bringing my young back. I was actually getting kind of worried that my young was not here. My mate, Shanine, she is out hunting. She has been out for a while. And when she comes back, and if she would have seen that one of the eggs was gone, it would be a bad day for Thos. So I have a hard time saying this, but thank you for bringing back my offspring. And I will give you a reward. I will give you several caches that I have here on my beach. You may dig up any 3 that you choose. And he kind of takes his wing and kind of points around to the sandy shore that he's on. And there's a bunch of like little mounds of dirt. And he says that you can unbury 3 of these. You can have 3 of his treasure cache. And then he looks down and kind of raises his head and looks down to the south. And he says, "That is Shalene's treasure. That is off limits. But you say that you are from the hold that I attacked several days ago?"
We've come from there, but we're not from there.
And I suspect you want the altar that I had taken?
I would appreciate it. It is a family heirloom to the Croms. Surely you can appreciate an heirloom.
Thos has many heirlooms in the lake. I will grant your request. You may have the altar back. And he points over towards the south, and you can see that past the lake and all of the mist rising up from the lake, there's another entrance. And he says the altar is in there.
All right, Breeze will start moving over towards that location.
Thank you. Do you like Thos or Mr. Sunswallower? I don't know what his
Just
name
call me the Sun Swallower. or Thos? And he just kind of looks at Rain. He's like, you are an interesting creature. I've never seen your kind before. I wonder how you taste.
Probably not good. I got a lot of fur.
Mm-hmm. All right, so as you all start to head down to the southern alcove, Thos does say, as you know, as Seer is cuddling up to Thos, Thos reminds you one more time, do not take anything from my mate's treasure. And then he and Seer dive into the lake and disappear.
Bye. You have a good baby.
So as we walk down, I look longingly at the suit of scale mail armor.
You touch anything that's not ours to take. I don't want to be eaten, so
I won't. I won't.
Things.
Well, you at least know where his lair is, right? You at least know where the lair is. That's a good thing. Yeah, this suit of green armor, it has a very low, I would say almost like a forest green type of illuminating glow to it. And it is a full suit of scale mail. I'm talking helmet, boots, gloves, chest, legs, shoulders, everything. Big spikes coming off of the shoulders, and it looks like it's like a lizardy type of scale too, type of design.
I am not going to be eaten on the count of your eyes.
So as you guys enter the nursery here, it is very damp down here in this portion of the dragon's lair. And the cave descends down to about a 15-foot high. And these 3 eggs, they're black and they're speckled with this sort of like this nauseating looking green. And each egg is standing upright, and they're all upright in these nests made of rotting foliage and stuff. Then you see that there's a 4th nest, which is empty. 2 plus 2, right? So behind these eggs, half sunken in a pool of this very dark and stinky mud, is an altar made of blue coral, and its sides are carved to resemble crashing waves. And you remember that the Crom's hold, you were informed that this is actually what the altar looks like.
Going to be very careful not to touch the eggs.
Okay. So everybody give me in the dice tower, give me a perception check. Now these eggs, these things don't look very good. They really don't. Because the shell is kind of transparent, right? And, you're looking at these eggs, and it doesn't look like these things are dragons. It looks like something has corrupted these eggs to, not to dragons, but some type of like elemental horror. And Ander, I'm also going to do a arcane check in the tower for 0. If you have any kind of arcanic skills, go ahead and give me an arcane check. Zero is oblivious to this. So Lynn, you can go ahead and give me a check too, arcane, because you have magic, because you're a paladin. So Lynn, the hair on the back of your neck and on your arms it's like static electricity. You can feel this. And you're thinking that this altar is emanating this negative energy. And it looks like this altar has actually been affecting the eggs. Because it looks like these things are little horrorous elementals that are inside of these eggs. It looks like they're like a gelatinous water elemental instead of dragons. So it's basically killed the dragons, and now it's nurturing elemental horrors in these eggs. But it seems like it's coming from the negative magic that's on this altar. Now, as you guys are looking at the altar, both Lynn and Rain, you guys notice that the altar has been cracked open, and as you look inside, it's hollow. And then all of you are kind of looking around, going, oh shit, what the hell? And you notice that Meechin is gone. Meechin is nowhere to be seen.
What?
Yeah.
Aw.
Meechin was with you guys.
Where are you?
On the stairs. And then I did a stealth roll, and Meechin disappeared. But you guys notice that Meechin's not here. But the altar's pretty heavy. Looks to be about 500 pounds or so.
How are we going to get it off the island?
Yeah, but you can definitely tell, being a paladin, Lynn, you know that this is one evil relic that is super powerful. And you can actually tell that this is the field of magic. It's emitting an aura of conjuration.
I'll relay that to everybody.
Yeah, but these dragons aren't doing so good in here.
That dragon's not going to be happy about this.
We need to get this back to Cromwell like yesterday.
Yeah, and you even touched the shells. They're not even a hard shell. It's like I said, they're sort of like a slimy, transparent shell, and they're really rubbery. You press your finger and you're like, oh shit. And it looks like there's little gelatinous water elementals that are kind of swirling around inside these eggs.
Yeah, I think it might have been intentional, because he went and asked specifically for this altar and brought it back here. So
The
he probably
key's
knows
gone.
about it.
The key might be doing something too somewhere.
Yeah, because on the side, it looks like this thing was broken open, and there's a couple pieces of the altar that's on the ground too, sticking up out of the mud. So someone or something has broken into this altar and taken. You guys know that this thing held a water key, but there's no water key inside.
No
Just
water
an empty
key.
altar.
The eggs are all watery. We need to go before they hatch.
I agree with you. What about our 3 items from the mounds?
Altar first.
Yep. Yeah, the altar is going to be about 500 pounds, and it'll take 4 of you. You know, there are these carrying poles kind of leaned up against the wall, and you can put the carrying poles and the rings, and then it's going to take 4 of you to carry that thing out, because it is 500 pounds.
Well, we'll go ahead and move it over to the stairs for now. Then we'll go ahead.
Wait a minute. Do we even need the altar, guys?
I really don't. I really don't know, because I know the other altar was broken into and there was a key as well. So maybe it was just the key that was important. But I don't really feel like leaving this here for the dragon.
So we have proof, and I don't like what's going on here. It's, hey, look, this is how we found it. Baroness Crom.
That, and we can also relay the message that Meechum has disappeared.
Yeah. Yeah, Meechin is nowhere to be seen.
Story night at the fire when we get back. We need to get that altar back.
All right. So you guys get to choose 3 of these mounds. These are rewards that are gifted to you from Thos himself. Now, like I said, there's 6 of these mounds. I think there's 6. There are 6 mounds. And you can tell me which mounds you want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. So this is up here to the north. These are where the mounds are. And in fact, if you want to backtrack, you guys can take the cavern the other way if you want to. Or if you want to go back the way you came. It's up to you. Because the river, you guys are kind of putting two and two together, thinking that this is the same river that you saw flowing into the tunnel that you never went into. You know what I mean? So what do you guys think? And plus you still have all that other coinage up there in Vethka's upper chamber where you fought the lizards and met Riken.
Yeah, I think we'll go ahead and get dig out 3 of these mounds and then go ahead and go back and start grabbing what we can.
I'll do first.
Okay, adventurers. Which 3 parcels would you like? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6?
Breeze takes 6.
Okay. You dig the parcel up, and it appears to be a small, in the hole is a small footlocker made of wood. And you open up the footlocker, and it looks like it has some type of captain's journal. Some sea captain's journal. And on the name of the name that's on the journal is Laren Tesper of the Sea Robber. And then inside there's a bunch of maps of the Moonshae. Yeah. Yep. There's a bunch of maps of the Moonshae Isle. There is another spyglass in there. And there is a wooden snuff box inlaid with a bunch of pearls. And there are 4 potions. And these potions have bubbles floating up slowly in them. 4 of them. And like a sort of like a clear blue liquid. No, it's a cloudy green fluid. And there's it appears the bubbles they're formed into making like these jellyfish that are kind of floating around. Pretty cool looking.
We'll go ahead and put this in our party stash in case we need it along the way.
Okay. Okay, so who else wants to choose a parcel? 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5?
I'll pick one. How about door number 2?
Okay. You dig this mound up, and you're actually, wow, this is pretty nice too. There's a total of 750 silver pieces, and there are 6 bottles of Rosinar ruby red wine from Amn. And these are pretty expensive. These bottles of wine are probably about 100 years old, each bottle. And these 6 bottles are worth 50 gold pieces apiece.
Nice.
Yeah. They'll mess you up. All right, adventurers. You've got 1 more treasure cache. 1, 3, or 4?
4.
4 has absolutely nothing. No, I'm just kidding. 4 has a sort of like a bone box, and it is a very shallow box, very wide and long, and it is a set of silver dinnerware. And then you open it up, and it's got about 6 settings worth of silverware in it, and it appears to be worth about 120 gold. And that is what is in that mound.
Well, there you go. You got some more shiny.
Do you risk taking another treasure mound? There's still 2 more.
I look over at Ander and say, what you doing, buddy?
What you doing? Let's take another one.
How about not? I think we have enough for now.
We smell a lot of that stuff upstairs. And we need to carry this altar, and it's heavy.
Yes, extremely heavy. Why don't you two come over here and help?
That wouldn't have actually helped, Wes. There was no magic items.
Oh, I
in
thought
it.
we already brought it to the stairs.
You guys want to go back the way you came then?
Yeah.
Safer route.
I think so.
Okay. Okay.
Don't want to carry this thing in the water.
You guys want to take the altar with you, right?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
You guys very gingerly, you guys are careful with it and you get it back. You get it back into the secret chamber of Vethka.
All right. Let's take and put it in the room that we had for resting in while we go and check these other catacombs, the other tombs.
Where the hell is Meechin?
She's nowhere around. Yeah.
Ah,
What do you guys
Probably
think?
fled
Yeah,
with
she's
the son
nowhere
of the
around.
dragon.
Yeah, she probably fled and then
we gotta catch up with her.
left us with having to deal with carrying this damn altar all the way back.
I thought I hadn't heard any Valley Girl in a while.
We sure we don't want to go back
I
for
heard that. No, I'm just kidding. She doesn't say
one more
that.
chance?
No more bounce.
I don't want to be eaten.
Hey, well, how about this? Us four will take the altar. You can go back and go ahead and do one more. We'll just go ahead and...
It's
Count
not
to
wise.
1,000 first, so we get up way far away from you.
Okay. You guys are no fun.
Once we get back to Crom's Hold, maybe we can get together an army and come take it out and take it all.
See? Then you can even steal the ladies' stuff when we're not around. Because I don't want to be.
All right, this is just taking too long. I go ahead and cast Levitate on the altar.
Did you guys see the 2 chunks of experience that you got?
Yep.
You guys just got 800 of experience for the successful negotiating or role-playing encounter with Thoss, and then you got another 200 for returning a seer to Thoss. So now you're at 2449 experience.
Close to the next level.
Yeah, you guys are getting close. So
Did we
good
get
job on that
experience
one.
for the carrying crawler?
Yep, I already gave that to you. So what do you guys want to do? You guys still have some other areas you can check out in here if you want to. You don't have to. Or you can go back up to the chamber where Riken was in and get out of Dodge and try to get back to Crom's Hold. What say you, adventurers?
First thing I say is I'm going to go ahead and cast Levitate on the altar so we don't have to worry about lugging this thing all the way up.
Okay. So
It'll be
levitate.
levitate for an hour.
Okay, how much does it levitate? Is there a weight limit or anything like that?
The spell can levitate a target that weighs up
500
to
pounds.
500 pounds.
Yeah, it'll levitate the altar. Nice. So it's like pushing Lando Calrissian and no, not Lando, Han Solo. That's in Carbonite. Yeah, so I guess it would kind of work like that, not Lando. So yeah, you guys are pushing this altar. Very nice.
We're all going to search the sarcophagus too.
Yep. We'll go ahead and put this in the safe room for now, and then we'll check out the sarcophagus.
Okay.
I'm not going to go with you. I'm going to roll my eyes and shake my head at you as you go.
It's too good. So you guys pilfered the crypt that was all the way over on the left hand side, right?
Yep.
The other 2 you did not touch, right?
Yeah, we didn't touch those.
Okay. So yeah, that altar is definitely broken in. There's no water key. There's like a little, I guess you could say a little holder that would have held the